Evening all, welcome back to A Very Sick Pyrex talking about Planet Buttdong 7, and we have a treat for you. This has been a week's worth of work, on and off, with me kind of faffing about doing this and that. I introduce you now to Ice Station Buttocks. It was called Ice Station Zebra, but I decided Buttocks is more appropriate. This is what I've been doing for about the last week, and I think this is where we're starting to get hydrogen. Well, we have actually got hydrogen. We've got everything really. The resources are a bit low. Building this took everything I had, and I did have to cheat just very slightly. I had to. I loaded a save which actually had creative on, and I had 2 refineries, in fact 3 refineries, that I just minced for parts for the steel plates to finish it. So don't hate me. I'm sick. You can't hate me. But look at that. Oh, just the feeling of doing this game like this was just unbelievable. Just seeing Ice Station Buttocks rise from the ground, just, you know, where they were sat poised and pointed, is just wonderful. So I've got to admit, this game has something that just gets me every time. So the thought of building, and I thought to myself, well, isn't there supposed to be robo dogs and spidery things kind of running around here? So I even built proper turret defenses to keep me a bit safe. But the plan for this base is to build hydrogen. Well, it's actually to, you know, refine hydrogen and just refine everything actually. So there's 2 things about to happen, 2 wonderful things about to happen. Number 1, we're going to turn the SquadB Flagship that you saw crash into a rolling base, and we're going to drive it here. I know, big words indeed, but that's the plan. So that's one of the plans anyway. But the issue is obviously we keep running out of resources, so it's a bit of an issue. It took everything I had to build this, and yeah, even if I did cheat a little bit, it's still, you know, something needed just to get myself off the ground. So this has been a hell of a build. So I think one of the first things I'd say I noticed about this wonderful base Buttocks was just the fact that you can build something quite permanent, if that makes sense. You can actually have a base that feels a bit like home, and I thought that was rather nice. I quite like that. I thought there's quite a lot of really nice additions to this game that I'm still really discovering. So as I kind of do planetary, you know, stuff, I'm finding that, you know, building that base on the surface actually feels pretty good, and it feels like very, I don't know, permanent. It feels awesome, and I like that. So we went to town. I really did look to try and build something quite exceptional, as you can see. Look at these planets. One day I shall be there. And then look, all the doors are loaded as well. So, you know, it's good. It's pretty good. We've got hydrogen, so that's good. We've been refining a crap ton of ice. But I think really the last few things, as you can see, everything keeps getting damaged because of obviously the meteorite storms. But then these are just minor items. I think the base is good, and I'm happy with it. So I'm a happy man, and I think really this is the beginnings of I think a permanent establishment here on this planet. But I still want to recover the ship. So if you remember, this is 30 kilometers away from where the ship crashed. So back 30 kilometers that way is a ship that's basically sat on its arse, not looking good. So I think definitely going to have to think about how we recover that. But again, there's just so much to do. There's so much to think of. I crashed my little buggy a couple of times. As you can see, I've really been messing about with it. It's just, yeah, I'm having a bad day with this thing. This is, I think, the 3rd rebuild of this thing now. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with it. Every time I take off, and you might see it in a minute, I think I even take off in this video and crash, and you can laugh. So get ready to point and laugh at Pyrex. But it's just like the playground again. It's just, yeah, there's definitely something that I'm missing. I must not have a drive, or, you know, atmospheric flight feels very choppy. Do you know what I mean? So all of a sudden you'll be flying, and then it will just start planing one direction or the other, and I don't know why. So post in the comments and I get something wrong there, and let me know. But otherwise, this game is just, as you know, it is a wonderful game. So highly recommending people come play it. Now I was reading the comments. Thank you for story time. People were saying, what story time did I tell? I'm pretty jacked on meds at the moment, legal meds. I should just remind. because I've got this horrible cold that seems to be not wanting to let go of me. It's nice to think that there is a life form in this world that actually doesn't want to let go of me. That feels quite nice, but then you realise it's basically trying to kill me as well. So, well, it's not trying to kill me. Colds never try and kill you because they actually exist by keeping you alive, question mark. But yeah, it's not good. So here we go, watch this. Look, the thing just starts planing right, and there we go, boom, just lost another flipping engine. That's how I lost most of my miners before. I put the miners back on the front. Oh, it's just not going well. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So post in the comments, what am I doing wrong? Have I got... is it just the way I'm controlling it? Is it supposed to be level most of the time? But this thing just literally starts, like you saw there, it just starts going strafing right. There's no reason for it. I thought it's maybe the weight of the ship. So cleverer people than me, post in the comments, let me know. But this represents, I think, the first successful bit of work we've done in Space Engineers. And oh God, look at that. So we've lost the bloody engine as I rage on my mouse. Just, it's amazing how one small mistake can just really annoy you. But yet all the positives are wonderful, aren't they? So I think that's just the way it's got to be. So, really the plan is to start getting serious resources here. And I actually don't need that many resources, but what I'm thinking, and it's going to be a hell of a trip, and I don't know how we're going to film it, I don't know how I'm going to show it, is I want to put giant wheels on the crashed SquadB ship, turning it into a kind of, deserts of Karak massive fortress. And then that fortress is going to be parked right outside those gates. And this will be my new base on this planet. Big words, I know. Now, the problem is, I kind of need the hydrogen from this place that I've been refining to take over there. Does that make sense? So, I've got all of this ice that I've refined. I've got all of the hydrogen ready to go in these tanks. But I'm then trying to think to myself, well, how do I get it from there over back there? So I'm thinking I probably need a large lander. So we'll have to think about that. Maybe it's a large lander that I buy. Or I did think I could do a vehicle. In fact, in the next video, check out the next video that's coming after this one to do with Space Engineers, because I start to dabble with the vehicles. Why did I say it in such a weird way? I think I'm absolutely, completely off my tits at the moment, but there we go. I think definitely I'm going to try the land vehicle, because that is a slow option. It's 30 kilometers, so it will take forever. But, I've got Netflix. I can just put that on and I can just basically set it in a straight line and hope that I don't crash into a tree. I'm sure there's no trees in the way, right? Right, bro? Right? Oh, God. So that might be a way to do it as well. So we shall see. I think, actually, probably the easiest way to do this would be to build a very small lander with hydrogen thrusters, right? Because they're super powerful. So because we've got all this hydrogen fuel, it shouldn't be too much of a chore to take that hydrogen fuel thingamajig from there to... Oh, God, my brain hurts. My brain hurts already. So we're going to see how it goes. Right, just a fair comment. I know a lot of people have been saying, why don't I play with the community? That's a really good point. I actually didn't realize we had a community, and that's not a troll. I promise you. I do these videos when we've got 7,000 subscribers. We get a couple of hundred views on each video. For us, we're happy with that, because this is some weird hobby that we do because we enjoy playing computer games and actually the fun part of playing a computer game is that you can do a video of it. I know, weird, eh? But so I do apologise. We're not snubbing anyone. We will certainly investigate it. I spoke with the boss, Trouble, and she's going to say no, but then I'll work on her a bit and then we'll see where we go. But I do like the thought of a server of Space Engineers. That would be pretty sweet. Maybe we do that. And we just see how that goes. But there would have to, I don't know how it works. I'm not a technical man. This is probably the number one problem of what I do, is that I'm not actually technical. I am so far from being technical that it would be best to leave technical people away from me, because I'm not very good at it. So post in the comments if there's an obvious guide or something to set up a server. I know it's just a hosting thing you buy and then basically say, oi, server monkeys, go do that. And then they basically do it. I don't know, so post in the comments. We will do a server, I think, of this, or maybe not. I don't know. Post in the comments, tell me if you want a server of this or not. I mean, as the dark days of Dust approach, I think a lot of players are looking for what to play next. And to be honest, there's hundreds of really good games out there. I mean, the number one I'm interested in is the Division Battlefleet Gothic, but I played one last night, and in fact, I've been playing it. I bought it yesterday, so this is Sunday morning. I bought it Saturday at 11 o'clock. And other than literally being dragged out of the house by trouble because of a chore I had to go and do, I have been playing that game pretty much solidly. I've probably put in 12 hours already. And it's called Factorio. If you liked the RimWorld, remember we did RimWorld? I like RimWorld, I like Dwarf Fortress, all of these kind of top-down games. Factorio is definitely for you. So if you like Space Engineers, if you like, what's it called? Fortresscraft Evolved, where it's all about getting resources through machines to create things, to then create bigger things, to then create things, and build bases, have little trains. Taking the highlight for me, definitely the unique selling point for me, was I had a resource base on the other side of the map, and I had a train being filled and driving to my resource centres to then drop off by automatic. Everything was automatic, the train as well, and it looks so sweet. It's a top-down game. It's a simple game, but I think it's a wonderful example that you don't need stupidly over-the-top graphics for really good gameplay and really good immersion. So again, if you like Space Engineers, definitely check Factorio out. So there we go. I think there's just so many cool games out there at the moment, and I think this is just one of them. This is absolutely one of them, and our commitment to this game stands strong. We've done hundreds of videos on Space Engineers now, and I get such a kick out of it still, and it's a nice thing to see that we still people still want to see the video. So thank you for watching, because it does mean a lot to me. I know it's an interesting time when you kind of bugger off for a while from a YouTube channel. You're not too sure what you're ever going to come back to. And we always knew that work was going to take us away, just because of the nature of what Trouble and I do. But we decided that when I came back, it's more me than her actually, to be honest with you. We did decide, should we carry on? Should we stop? Should we just keep doing what we do? And we just decided, sod it, just keep doing it. If people want to watch it, that's great. So thank you for watching. There you go. Finally, just moving some more ice from Ice Station Zebras into its oxygen generator. As you can see, it's full. So yeah, this has gone well. This has been a good week. Sorry I didn't show more of the build. I think it was just I was so focused on getting the thing up and running so that we could show the next step. For me, this was just building a base with an equipment set in it. And I think the simple fact was it just took forever to build quite a lot of this. I did actually have to scrap quite a lot of the SquadB Flagship as well. So when we go back, you'll see it's a junker. It's pretty bad, so we'll see. But those are the facts. I think we need to seriously think now about what the next step's going to be. For me, it's going to be a vehicle. So I need to learn land vehicles, because that's effectively what I want to turn the SquadB Flagship into, is a kind of mighty fortress trundling thing. Now, I'm not sure it's going to work, so don't get upset if it doesn't. But I think worst case, if I can just give it some hydrogen engines and get it so it can lift off, that's probably the only way I'd even be able to build the legs. So that's probably what we're going to have to do. So I think join us next time as we try to master the nature of whatever this is, because I think it's going to be a huge amount of fun. Plus, if it doesn't work, you get to see the thing dropped on its ass. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.